Good evening, all, and welcome to Christmas Eve. It's my first of my Biz of the Year 2024, and as always, like on my regular weekly releases, I start with the alcohol free. Yeah, let's get it fired up and underway. And we'll go for the first beer in number 10 position. It is Mash Gang Serpiente. This beer was absolutely fantastic. It had big, bold pineapple flavors. It had little something behind it that you just can't quite put your finger on. It was a beer that was different, and I like different. And sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. But this one paid off really, really well, and as such, features in my top 10. You'll see a trend throughout this video. I'm sure you'll spot it. We shall see. Anyway, number 10 was Mash Gang Serpiente. Coming in at number 9 is a beer that you might not expect. I certainly didn't expect to like it as much as I did. It's this one. It is the Star of Prman Zero. This one just hit the nail on the head. It's affordable, first and foremost. It's macro brewed, so hey, it's going to be. But importantly, it tasted good. It was clean. It was crisp. It was refreshing. It did everything a good Czech lager should do, and it did it well. So yeah, number 9 position this year is occupied by Star of Prman Zero. Number 8, it's a beer that I loved. It was different, very different. You might not like it yourself. It's this one. It is National Anthem. And National Anthem just had something special about it. It was flavours that should not work, but they did. And it's one that there was a very similar beer that Mash Gang did as well. I forget the name of it right now, but it was very similar. And that one too shouldn't have worked, but it did. This just had those cola flavours. It was a little bit something tasty. And yeah, hopefully it gets a rebrew because it's certainly worthy trying at least once. So yeah, number 8, Mash Gang's National Anthem. Coming in at number 7 is a new brewery to the alcohol-free beer of the year list for me. Hadn't had any of their alcohol-free stuff before. It's this one. It was a track Sonoma AF. And this one just had so much juicy flavour. It was fresh tasting, it was hoppy, it was lovely mouthfeel. It was just an excellent, excellent beer. As is Track's record, everything they do is fantastic. So Sonoma AF will feature regularly in my drinking circles, shall we say. Anyway, that was that one. Coming in swiftly ahead of that one in number 6 place, it's a collaboration brew. It's this one, Siren and Mash Gang and their Call of the Void. It was a fantastic stout, full of flavour, big flavour. And I had a bit of fun with this one. I stuck it through the nitro surge as well, just to see if there was anything different. And there was, surprisingly. I did not expect it, but it seemed to improve the mouthfeel, the head. Yeah, make of it what you will. It's not a nitro beer. I don't think it was. I can't remember. Yes, it was. Maybe. I don't know. I'll recheck myself later. But it was good fun nonetheless. And yeah, big flavour. Available in Morrison's it was. I'm going to have to check, see if it still is, because I don't shop in Morrison's very often. And if it is, I'm going to get a few more because it was damned tasty. So yeah, Siren and Mash Gang are proof of what two good brewers, when they get together, can do. Okay, we go into the top 5 now. And this one is very tasty. It's very different. It was Strange Latitudes. And this beer just had beautiful flavour. All the beers in the top 10 do. This one was just a little bit different. It was tasty, it was fresh, and it just had a little something about it to make it worthy of the top 5. I sometimes struggle to put the beers in a particular order, particularly when there's so many good ones. But this one just stood out a little bit more than some of the others and just made it worthy of position number 5. So coming in at number 4 is a beer that I thoroughly enjoyed. I need to get some more of it. It's this one, Tartarus Pixie. And Tartarus Pixie, I love this one because it was big, bold and bitter. And there's nothing more I love about that style of beer where those 3 attributes are present. It had a beautiful haze. It had an intense hot bitterness. There was some pithiness to it. It was juicy as well. And yeah, the can artwork was absolutely fantastic. I mean, look at it. You know, it reminds me of a Slaneshi demon, but as a son of the lion. You know, I like to kill them, and I like to kill those beers and crush them. It was a very crushable beer. So yeah, Tartarus Pixie, if you've not tried it, you absolutely should. So we come to the top 3. There is a trend in the top three. It will become apparent after the second one of the top three. These could realistically have been in any order, and I did change the order several times, umming and ahhing and kind of chewing the fat, praising the virtues, if you will, and trying to find a means to separate them. It was nigh on impossible. So today I give you number 3. It's this one, Mash Gang Cult. And it is a gang, not a cult. But this beer is certainly worthy of cult status. It's beautiful, fruity flavours. It was just delicious all the way through. Beautiful mouthfeel. Carbonation was on point. The flavour was superb. The hop presence was just impeccable. And yeah, if you like them on the slightly sweeter side, this beer is one for you. And hopefully it gets a rebrew in 2025. Number 2. Number 2 was brilliant. It absolutely was brilliant. It's a style of beer I love, and it's this one. It is Cold Coast West Coast Pilsner. It was a lovely collaboration of styles. You got the Pilsner style with the West Coast IPA vibes. You had big, intense bitterness. It was pithy. It was orangey, but it also had that lovely, clean, fresh, Pilsner-esque everything. You know, it's a beer that sadly was a one and done, I believe, and it definitely deserves a rebrew. And yeah, hopefully you can spot the trend of the top 3. So yeah, if you like your West Coasts and your Pilsners, this was a beer you should have tried in 2024. So, position number 1. What did it do to deserve number 1? I'll tell you about that in a second, because it's this one. It is Brutalism, and Brutalism was brutal in every way. Big, massive, intense bitterness. Big, bold flavours. Superb presence. It was just out of this world. There was nothing subtle about this beer at all. It had, like I say, the intense bitterness, the likes of which I think it would be difficult to see again. It had a huge hop presence. It had a mouthfeel that just pushed everything around the mouth, and it just hit you like a freight train. Like I say, it's brutal in every way. But I can see why people would not like it, because it is intense in the manner that it was. There was nothing, like I say, subtle about it. And I loved it, though. It ticked all of my boxes, and it took a little bit of something special to get to number 1 this year in this beer. Certainly was that. I hope it gets brewed again, because it was stunning. Absolutely stunning. And yeah, I wouldn't change a thing. So if anyone does have any Brutalism left, do let me know, because I would like to acquire it from you. And apologies for the phone interrupting there. That's my bad. I forgot to turn it off. Anyway, that's my top 10 beers of 2024 in the alcohol-free section. Do any of them appear in your top 10? Are there any that I missed out on? Are there any that I should try in 2025? Do let me know in the comments section below. So we're going to leave it there and say those are my beers of 2024. I've been me. Those down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You've got your like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. I'll see you again tomorrow on Christmas Day for my craft beers of 2024. See you then. Bye for now.